Hello, this is Anthony Carmassi. Welcome back to another version of AC 130 Sports. The Pittsburgh Penguins have fallen to the New York Rangers in 7 games of the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Extremely disappointing series for the Penguins. We're up 3-1 in the series. Had leads in Game 5 of 2-0, Game 6 2-0, and then 2 separate 1-goal leads in Game 7. It didn't matter. The Penguins seemingly could never hold a lead the last 3 games. The Rangers tied it up and eventually won all 3. So another offseason of asking what if. This one may be the biggest offseason in the Sidney Crosby era. Evgeny Malkin, Brian Rust, Evan Rodriguez on unrestricted free agent contracts. What will the Penguins do next year? I think the team looks a lot different. I think if you watched this series against the Rangers, Geno Malkin's just not a difference maker like he once was. He was great in that 2017 playoffs. Could have easily won the Conn Smythe over Sid, but he hasn't been the same player since, right? It's nothing really great 5-on-5. Really doesn't create for his teammates. The turnovers are still a big issue. Doesn't back check, not a great defensive player. So really everything that Sid is not, or that Sid, Geno and Sid are complete opposites at this point in their career. So I think that might be one move you probably have to make. The memories were great. I love Uncle Geno, as I call him, but I just don't think you can win with him anymore, right? I think he's still got an elite center in Crosby. I think Malkin can provide you some spark on the power play. That's about it, right? He's going to score a couple fancy goals a year that gets the crowd hyped. But I just think moving forward, he's making $9 million or $8-9 million a year. He's not worth that. I think the Penguins offered him 3 for $5 million, so 3 years, $15 million. That was a slap in the face to Geno. He's worth more money than that, but I think it's going to be the end of an era for Sid and Geno. Letang as well. I thought Letang had a poor series, led the entire Stanley Cup playoffs with 18 turnovers. I think the Penguins are 4-14 in the playoffs when he plays more than 25 minutes. So I know Letang had a career year, but man, you look at that team in 2017. I don't think you need a number one defenseman to win cups. That 2017 Penguins had Ron Hainsey, Daly. They were just extremely deep at the defensive position, and they still were able to win a Stanley Cup. So I think this is the last ride for Letang and Malkin. I would love to see Brian Rust back. It's sounding like they don't have the cap room to be able to bring him back. Maybe if Geno and Letang aren't back, they're able to sign Rust. But, that Jeff Carter signing is looking worse and worse by the day. Jeff Carter, another Penguin who I thought had a pretty poor series. But, look, this team's close, guys. You won 7 games with a team that destroyed you in the regular season, that all the hockey insiders were predicting that they were going to win 5 games. Your starting goaltender doesn't start the series. Your backup goaltender makes 50-some saves in Game 1 and then leaves with an injury. And then you have to start an AHL goalie, no offense to Louis Domingue, for games 2 through 6. And you still, find yourself leading in that series. Brian Dumoulin goes out. Raquel's out in Game 1. Guys, the injuries were... Crosby in Game 5. If Sid doesn't take that elbow to the head, I don't care what anyone says. I think you win that hockey game and the Pens win 5 and they're playing tomorrow night against Carolina. Carter gets swapped up to that first line and you give up, 2 goals in, a couple minutes, and then the third one, and they just were never able to recover. Losing, one of the best captains in the league is jarring to any club, but, the Penguins rely so much on Sid that I think they win Game 5 if he stays healthy, and then, whatever happens, they definitely win Game 6 if he plays, I think, too. You got to think, too, DeSmith, if he just never gets hurt, they win that series as well. So, a lot of injuries. It doesn't mean it hurts any less, guys. You're up 3-1 in the series. You blow 3 separate leads, Game 5, Game 6, Game 7. The Penguins were the best team in the playoffs 5-on-5 in terms of goal percentage forward. So, Stings, guys. I know it stings, but I was thinking yesterday and today, man, we got 3 cups from this group. The core of Letang, Crosby, Malkin, 4 Stanley Cup Finals appearances, 3 Stanley Cups, a back-to-back in 16-17. I know the last 4 years have been first-round exits, but I really do believe that Sid's still playing some of his best hockey of his career. He showed that in the first 5 games of the series. Jake Gensel's elite. Keep Sid and him on a line together for as long as you can. I saw a tweet the other day that the only 2 people that are safe in this offseason are Crosby and Mike Sullivan. I would throw Jake Gensel into that mix. Just an elite hockey player, elite goal scorer. Maybe just rebuild it, right? I think Sullivan's a world-class coach. I think if you got, you take Gino's $9 million off the books, you sign 2 guys for $4.5, $5 million. Just keep getting depth, right? I think Crosby can still carry you the next 3 to 4 years, but the window's closing as well. So you got to be aggressive with 87 still in the building. I believe they will be. The new Fenway Sports ownership group aren't going to let Crosby's last couple years to be shitty. So let's hope they make the right choices this offseason. I still think there's a lot of aspects of this team to be proud of in this series. I know the ending sucked. I know the clear sucked for the tying goal. I know the power play goal in Game 7 sucked. But, guys, let's be honest. No one really thought they were going to win this series. No one thought they had any chance with Louis Domingue in net. No one thought they had any chance when Duma went down, when Raquel. You can just keep adding on to it. I thought the Penguins played tough. You can see that Mike Sullivan is one hell of a coach, and Crosby's still one hell of a captain, and still an elite hockey player. So I just hope we make the right decisions in the offseason. Hopefully we can come back better than ever next year. I do expect the team to look much different. But like I said, guys, I think that's a good thing. I think we got to switch it up. That core of Letang and Malkin gave you 3 cups, but I think if you're going to get another one, it's got to be with a different core. 87's still there, and he always will be there until the day we retire. Don't take for granted how special it is to watch this guy play hockey. But go Pens. Hopefully Ron Hextall and Brian Burke make the right offseason decisions, and it should be exciting to see what happens next year. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.